hear my voice for the one time. We about to begin this stream. Let's go. Maestro, what do you... That's not the song. This is the one right here. What's good, everybody? We are live from none other than Makers FM.
You are now tuned in to Makers Radio, the best in the world. If you don't know, now you know. No.
I got my headphones, the wireless ones, charging at this moment. How's everybody feeling? We are live on September the 12th, 2025. On this great day, living in America. How's everybody feeling? Welcome to Makers FM. Ronnie Earth says, hey, I'm digging that shirt. You know, sometimes you gotta cross up the devil for the one time. Hit a little da-da-da. A da-da-da. Shucks. Yeah, we are live right now. Currently, I'm rocking 3 caps. I'm rocking a bandana. Well, not a bandana. This is a do-rag. It is a crocheted do-rag with 2 different caps. The shirt, Jesus is definitely crossing up the devil. So, you know what I'm saying? Had to. Sometimes you gotta put the devil on skates, boy. I'm telling you. Let me run some frequencies for one time. Yeah. If you currently don't have a snack, if you currently don't have water, if you currently don't have a piece of paper and a notebook in front of you, I highly suggest you to get that. Slowly but surely, I'm gonna get myself situated. I actually just finished a session today with Ronnie Earth Spacely. He's currently in the chat with us. You guys know I was working on Ronnie Earth's joint earlier this week. And so we managed to sit down and actually kind of like dialogue on what to do to like work on the record a little bit, because I had some ideas of what could potentially work. So I think we made some immaculate progress today. To the club. And Cento is always involved. So shout out to Cento, the chord guy, for always holding it down on the keys, the auxiliaries, and in between. Crash X Fleet is with us. Where is everybody located right now on the planet? Let everybody know where you're at. I'm currently on the East Coast in Florida. Yes, sir. I'm also gonna switch over here and get my window right so I can be able to listen, because today is feedback. Today's Feedback Friday. And if you don't know what Feedback Friday is, every single week, whenever I'm not traveling, I have these live streams where I go live Monday, Tuesday, and Friday. Mondays is typically Monday night beat therapy. We usually have sample flips, which in the Discord right now at this very moment, there is a sample flip literally due Monday in the Discord, and it requires you guys to collaborate with one another. So if you have not, highly suggest you to collaborate with the Makers Club. And how do you join the Makers Club? I'll give you an easy way in. And mind you, let me go ahead and let you guys know, probably for the future sound packs will probably change to another platform. I just want to let you guys know that before anything surprises anybody. Gumroad was really good for a bit, but there is a company by the name of Vault that hit me up on the direct, and let's just say I'm able to talk to you guys a little bit more directly on there. You know what I'm saying? So yes, if you want to be able to tap in, I highly urge you to join my Vault. Join my Vault. Vault FM /Kaelin Ellis. I'll show you. Right here. Join my Vault. I actually been working on we're getting the pre-stream music on Bandcamp or Vault. It's probably gonna pop up on Vault. Honestly, it's probably gonna pop up on Vault. So if you haven't joined my Vault, I highly urge you to join my Vault. Join my Vault. You won't regret it. Because I just uploaded a beat video, an exclusive one that is only on this platform. It'll be on here exclusively, especially for download. If you guys want to download the beat videos, I've been trying to make it like more direct. Yeah. Peep the chat right there. Join my Vault for early drops and updates. So yeah, we only have 58 people, so I want to be able to see you guys on the Vault. Don't you need to put in your phone number to sign up or something? Yes, but it takes you to an app. So it's not like I'm not collecting phone numbers over here. I have no accesses. How will the sound pack purchases look like on Vault? Is it different than Gumroad? It's a little bit similar, actually. It's a little bit similar. I think what is different is it's a little bit more streamlined because, you know, Gumroad is more like product. Like, y'all know I can't really be as personal as I'd like to be. So yeah, hop on the Vault, bro. Hop on the Vault. Trust me. I just literally cooked up the craziest beat video. Matter of fact, I'll give you guys an exclusive if you want to watch it. I'll give you an exclusive real quick. Let me show you. Watch this. I'm gonna give you an exclusive real quick. This is an exclusive cook up.
Here we go.
Exclusive. I'm dropping this Monday, by the way.
All right, here we go.
Yeah. So I decided to start this new series called Pop-Up Cook-Up. And if you're a part of the Vault, I actually just dropped a message on there and asked, would y'all ever be down for me to just pop up and cook up randomly at random? And I went none other than my hometown, Lakeland, Florida, at the Lakeland Square Mall. I pulled up to the Lakeland Square Mall and I just basically cooked up. I made a whole beat and I came across at my push, at my laptop, I had all my stuff. And it was just kind of like a pop-up cook-up. So if you guys cause I know I'm gonna be traveling, but I do know I'm gonna be popping up in some cities very soon. And I'd love to be able to see you guys in person. So I'm probably gonna be somewhere in a corner, cooking up, creating, making something. And yeah. I told my homies, I was like, yo, this is the future. Like, I don't know if y'all peeped that one dude who was making music in the Chinese like restaurant. And so I was like, yeah, why not just go to the place you always hang out at and just eat? You always hit on things, take me feel identified with you. You know the vibe, Sono. Appreciate you, man. Yeah, bro, we all listen. And actually, I'll genuinely ask. I'll make this a tweet. I'll make it a tweet and I'll probably ask this in the Vault right now. Hold on. Genuine question. Genuine question. When y'all cook up, are you home or somewhere? And one of these days we finna find Kaelin posting up in a Publix cooking up something. Don't spoil it, Silver Rose. Somewhere not home. Y'all cook up. Are you home or somewhere not home? Yeah. I just gotta ask these questions. Plus I can message y'all directly, so that's the beautiful part of it. Join the Vault though. I'll be uploading any kind of beats I'll be uploading that mug straight to here. Were you planning to do that? I was. Be quiet. I'm just joking. I'm gonna switch my headphones though. Hold on. Let me switch my headphones. Yeah, real quick. There we go. That feels way better. Way better. Way better. Yeah. But yes, today is Feedback Friday. And if you don't know what Feedback Friday is, typically every single week, I'll have a lot of time to be able to just kind of give feedback, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, just give honest feedback to the music submitted here on the stream. And if you want to cop that free pack, get it. It's the easiest way to be able to donate a little coin, get access to the Discord. Boom, boom. Q slots. Cop a Q slot. This is how you'll be able to get your music on honest feedback today. So we got 26 slots left. And yeah, I'm curious to see what's going on. I know I didn't get a chance to check it, today, but I'm kind of curious to see how many we got. I don't think we have any. You check what place my submission is in, because I don't think I'll be here for the whole stream. I know we didn't get that many submissions today, you know what I'm saying? So, not as many submissions. Aww. So let's see here. Did you skip Silver Rose or what? Oh, wait a second. Yeah. There we go. All right. Got you on the vault. Just join. Oh, you skipped. Oh, easy. Let me see. Yeah, Feek, Bougie, Petrolane, Zoe, Just Call Me D. Silver Rose, you're number 6, Silver Rose. You're number 6, Silver Rose. So we have currently 17 submissions tonight. Unless anybody decides to skip, and then there will be added. But as far as I know, Silver Rose, you're number 6. On the vault, messages. Yeah. Crash. Actually, I just asked this question on the on the vault, and Crash said, "Well, I asked the question was this: when y'all cook up, are you home or somewhere not home?" Crash said, "I cooked up on the metro at food spots, at a park, on lunch breaks, even waiting for class when I was in school. I cook up on a stair climber, but I can't record myself doing so." That's crazy, bro. That's kind of crazy. I'm not gonna lie. Let's see here. Cold Season says, submitting for the first time today, hoping I'm here when mine gets played. Yeah, you're actually gonna be, I actually hope and I believe you're gonna be not only just here, but I think we're gonna be listening to some great tunes tonight. So very excited for today, guys. This is great. We're gonna get into it. I won't talk too long. Y'all know I have a habit of stalling just to see how many people. Hazardous. I feel like I would lose focus. Maybe not lose focus, but like, I don't know, moving on a stair climber and cooking up. I don't know. I like to physically involve my body to make music, so I don't know if that would pan out well for me. You know what I'm saying? Let me camera test this real quick. But yeah, I'm about to go and read through these details. So, for feedback on Fridays, if you want to skip the free queue, cop the skip pop. Max review time is 5 minutes per submission. What's accepted is songs, beats, instrumentals, sample flips, or videos. What's not accepted is no full albums, projects, or non-music related content. Random audio, unrelated videos, or memes. Every single 10 a.m. Eastern on Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, whatever day we have the feedback, it's usually open. So 10 free will always pop up. And how it works is when you skip the free queue, or get the free slot, you'll be directed to a submission form. And once you get the submission form, you hit click on it, enter in your information, and then join your stream like right now to hear your live feedback. So the spots do get capped very quickly, so make sure you grab yours early. Paid slots are always like skip the line. You skip the line first. One submission. Limited to one person per stream. Once the stream starts or slots are filled, no more submissions are accepted. And then the non-relevant stuff will end in a ban. So I want to make sure I get that clear. Did we max out on free slots this week? Yes, we did. Sure did. Sure did. Is this Danimals yogurt? Yes. Yes, it is actually. Hold on. I remember when I used to eat the Crush Cups back then. Yeah, Danimal smoothie. Danimal smoothie. Yep. Good times. Good times. Those were gas as a kid. They still gas now as an adult. What you talking about? Man, they still be hitting. The strawberry banana. That's what I'm eating right now, Negron. That's exactly what I'm eating right now. Listen, I wanted to get a little bit of yogurt in my system before we begin this process. Because y'all know how we do. 4 hours will go by and we will have listened to 20 to 30 something songs. So, yeah. By the way, get yourself a notebook. I'm actually going to go grab my notebook. I think it's inside of my backpack. So, real quick, I'm gonna grab my notebook. If I have any notes, if you guys have any notes, I highly urge you guys to write down whatever you're curious about today. This is a space where we try to get better through feedback, through conversation. I implore you guys to get a pen and a piece of paper and write down what you're thinking. And you wanna know why? Because when you do, writing things down makes it real. It does. And I implore you guys to do that. Suno says, do I know Pauline? Pauline? All right, so let's see here. Pauline Olive. Why does that name sound so familiar? Why does that name sound familiar? Pauline Oliveros. Why do you ask? Do you? Let me go ahead and hit up this restream so I could do this. But let me go grab my notebook real quick. I'm gonna grab my notebook so we can get deep into it. So yeah, give me 1 second. Be right back.
Yo, what's going on, y'all? It's your boy Nelock the Beat Ninja checking in from Atlanta, Georgia. And you are now rocking with the sounds of the one and only Makers Club, brought to you by my homie Kaelin Ellis, right here on WMKRS FM. Makers Club Radio, live at 5. Let's get it.
Get yourself a notebook, guys. Highly urge you guys to write stuff down. I got a notebook. I got a notebook. Yes, I do. I got a notebook. Yes, I do. Got a notebook. Yes, I do. Do you write it down? I think I do. I do you too. Hey. Do you write down things in a notebook? Hey. I said, do you write down things in a notebook? Do you write things down in a notebook? I said, I do. Do you too? Hey. We finna write stuff down, but today's Feedback Friday. Finna have fun with it. Finna have fun with it. All right. About the feedback. About the feedback. Got a feedback. Yes, I do. Got a feedback. Yes, I do. I got a feedback. Yes, I do. Gotta write things down. I hope you do too. I'm so silly right now, dude. My background music. Oh, appreciate you, man. God bless you, sir. But yes, we finna get deep into it today. I'm very excited. And yeah, let's get to it. I'm on point. I'm on point, Rare. All the time. All the time, Rare. All the time, Rare. All the time, Rare. You on point. That's what it sounded like. That's what it sounded like. All right, let me go ahead and get to it. So today's feedback. And we're going to be doing all the skips first. We got 8 so far. That number might grow. So if you do want to submit, this is the time to do it. And the first submission we have today is Yeah Feek. And he says here in quote, "What's good, K Dizzle? That's crazy. Hope your week is going smooth. Do you approach artists you choose between artists who hit you up or both?" So wait, let me make sure I'm understanding this right. Do you approach artists who choose between artists who hit you up or both? You choose between artists. I honestly, just before we answer this, I seldom approach people unless I have the absolute gobsmack confidence that I am comfortable walking up to this person. Because not everybody is someone you should build with. Sometimes people are reflections of either where you stand, where you've conquered, or where you're going. Write that down. But sometimes I just kind of like let a genuine, I just let a genuine thing happen there. I don't ever try to force it. If people come to me, then there's a reason. There's a reason why they came to you. So I'm like, all right, I'm not gonna front with that. So let's get to it. Sandstorm, Yeah Feek, let's get it, brother. First submission.
Damn, Feek is like that.
This has like a schoolboy Q blank face kind of energy to it. Who do y'all hear on this? Caribbean reggae-ness on it. Petrolane says, I hear some marimbas. Yeah, I hear some kind of like drummy kind of like melodic stuff. That's tough. Shout out to Yafik for the one time. Absolutely phenomenal. It has a very smoky kind of atmosphere. This could either be, you could either get West Coast with it, like West Coast, like Currency. You could get Boldy James. You could probably go Outkast, Atlanta kind of energy. It feels more like a Quimini kind of energy. It has a very pimpish kind of feel to it. You know what I'm saying? Anytime you throw soulful guitar, like I realized something. If you want something to sound like pimp-ish, like 3000 Ab-Soul kind of energy, yeah. Maybe Pete Rock. I'd probably hear Pete Rock if it was like, maybe if the drums was a little bit more knockier, it'd be more in the Pete Rock lane. But this has a very kind of like slow go. Like I could hear like a Jhené Aiko on the hook on something like this. Jhené Aiko could be a hook on it. Cole for sure. Yeah, the tremolo on the guitar makes it have that pimp kind of feel to it.
Hey, welcome to the club.
You know, it's not something that's too delicate or not rough enough, because you could strike it and make it sound like a really tough instrument. Snoop, yeah. Someone send us a Top Dog and see what they can do with it. You know what? My goal is to have the Makers Club and Top Dog be synonymously connected. That is a goal that I have. If I can get the Makers FM, aka Makers Club, connected with Top, that'd be beautiful. So yeah, shout out to Yafik. There's a lot of energy that you could like compute with this. So yeah, this is phenomenal. Shout out to Yafik for the one time, bro. But if I were to answer your question, I very seldom approach people unless I know whatever I'm wanting to do creatively, they can succeed with it. Which means you as a producer, if you ever want to have an idea in mind, think, and I'm going to give you the craziest code. I'm going to give you guys the craziest code. Write this code down. Write this code down. When you create, think about the ending in mind. That includes features, artists, voices. If you end up meeting one guy and he likes working on music with you, but it's like nobody else, I'd highly suggest circling that one person and just build around that one person. So I'd recommend that. Like build around one guy and let that one guy tap into like other people. So yeah. Shout out to Feek for the nickname too. K Dizzle is crazy. Ain't nobody ever called me K Dizzle before. Feek is the first person to call me K Dizzle. I got a new nickname, y'all. Kendrick's label. That's Top Dog Entertainment. That was Kendrick's first like label. That's where SZA, Schoolboy Q, Ab-Soul, J Rock, Kendrick Lamar. Shucks. I don't think when Black Panther, Top Dog Entertainment. Trying to see who else. Yeah. Yeah. Don't ever K Dizzle us. That's what he called me. That's what he called me. Yeah. But Bougie is up next. Let's get it, Bougie. He says here, hey, it's Friday, y'all. Just a fun vocal flip from this week. This was from Lo-Fi Lounge Hip Hop Challenge. Oh boy, let's see what's going on. Let's see what's going on, pimp.
I move like a millipede. When I flex them tendons like rubber trees. Young Billy Jackson, back to the shit. Mouthpiece drawn, got a verbal armor. Stack bodies, not figurines. Move beneath the surface, submarine. I'm half machine, I'm seen with the lights on. Look inside the brain, it's a mind in the sidewalk. What you standing on the side for? War like a lioness, punch like a cyborg. Spit slick, attack is subliminal. Flowers on my mind, but the rhymes down sinister. Stand behind my own bars like a seasoned criminal. Gotham City streets, outplaying the... Crushing any system that belittles us. Antidote to every poison they administer. Switching like time signatures. Cameras in my aura tend to cover the perimeter. Brown bodies that the blues wanna shoot through. High resonance is one of pull over your eyes. My strength ain't nothing like my size. Shades on the top, caffeine cleaver. Tag on my cores like a weaver.
You're dead to me. How you wanna play ball? You're dead to me. Take some. You're dead to me. You're dead to me. You're dead to me. You know what zone I'm in. You're dead to me. Don't care who we with. You're dead to me. Watch me do my shit. You're dead to me. You're dead to me.
What in the world? Just as we was talking about TDE, it's a you dead to me, bro. What? Okay, so no cap. When it's no cap. This beat is crazy. So shout out to Bougie for the one time. It's too short too. Why is it so short? Why is it so short? Why is it so short? It's definitely tasty. It has a tastiness to it. One thing I've also noticed too, especially like something that's crazy. Bougie always has something crazy up his sleeve. It's actually kind of funny because now I think about it, like even hearing that and we're talking about TDE, I recall the later half of the 2010s being extremely experimental. Like, think about it like this, right? We had To Pimp a Butterfly. Just think about this album run, right? Kendrick's album To Pimp a Butterfly led to, and I don't consider the Untitled Unmastered to be like an album. That's just, but think about it. We had To Pimp a Butterfly into Damn, from Damn into Mr. Morale, and then Mr. Morale into TDE was on such an experimental run, bro. And like the innovation was crazy. The innovation was absolutely nuts. So yeah, Space Kid. Just if you were in the 2010s understanding music, it was phenomenally experimental. Like everything was like, of course, trap, but like it was just, we're trying things out with something different. If you want to hear the most experimental album, probably my favorite ever, that Black Panther soundtrack is by far, that is a producer's Bible. Okay, that album is producer's. Bro, there was Anderson .Paak. You had James Blake. You had, bro, Flying Lotus was involved, bro. Like, come on. Flying Lotus was involved. And you know Fly Low is the GOAT. So, King's Dead. I'm trying to miss me with that bubba. You're tourist. Bro, and what I learned too about that part, I learned that Kendrick specifically kept Future's part in there because he's like, that's what it needs. Kendrick is the reason that part exists in that song. If you didn't know that, now you know. But that's just me going down a rabbit hole. Bougie, thank you for giving me, thank you for bringing me back down such a rabbit hole with that flip. Y'all make some noise for Bougie for the one time. Up next, Petra Lane. Petra Lane says here up next. Yo, Kaelin, this one's called Pressed. It's a wavy future R&B hip hop type joint. I really appreciate the group and the space you've built. Always good energy here. I was also checking out your site bio recently. It's inspiring seeing all the major folks you've worked with. I'm trying to build more attention on my SoundCloud page too, so any feedback and shares are huge. Okay, let's see what's going on, man. Let's see what's going on. I'm gonna give you a whole rundown then. Y'all make some noise for Petra Lane for the one time. Okay, so he said here in quote, I'm trying to build more attention on my SoundCloud page too. So any feedback and shares are huge. Okay, let's go ahead and hit this like, repost. It was a lot of fun. I could feel, and actually, you know something? This is a quality I think that's really dope with your production that I love, which a lot of you guys in the Makers Club already do, but Petra Lane, you specifically stand out to me with this because you say here in your bio, made this one on a late night when I couldn't get my head clear. It's moody, but still knocks. Hope y'all feel the way I did. I can see it. I see you, sir. And what's crazy is when I used to make music in high school, I used to make music from the perspective of what did I feel at the most honest place of my being. And 9 times out of 10, I was a very moody kid. I'll be honest. I was very moody. I wouldn't necessarily know how to express what I wanted to say through words, but the music had a great way of embodying what it felt like. And, you know, I think specifically for your brand, sir, Petra Lane, your logo, your name, your whole aesthetic kind of breathes this energy to it. So you're doing the deed, okay? Plus you have a website. I was thinking about that. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Can I access your website? I can access your Bandcamp. So your website is going to be where all your bread and butter can go. Because here's the thing. A lot of people do forget, and a lot of people do forget this. I want to let you guys know this. A lot of people do forget that, oh, shout out to Petra Lane for the one time. Petra Lane music. One of the things I recognize about music and like the promotion of it to build attention, and I remember I used to think like if I could just make the wildest sounding thing, then I could probably gain the attention. So your sound, your branding, on point. Only thing I would recommend you to do is just explore refinement. Like, and when I say refinement, look at every area and ask yourself a simple question. Is this the best representation? And if it just says, yeah, keep going. If there's any particular point of how you can particularly improve, I don't see any way like at this moment because it looks so clean. You have a very clean setup. So I would implore you to just refine what you're doing because the visual, the musical, I would even propose the question of when your name comes up, what's the first thing that comes to mind? A lot of people, when my name will pop up on SoundCloud, I remember it was always like, yo, it's this 14-year-old kid that makes the weirdest beats. Like, even if you look at my name on SoundCloud, Kaelin Ellis, like you go to Kaelin Ellis SoundCloud, my old school one, I always had something that was like, oh, dang, I didn't realize Family Ties had that many people who would play it. That's crazy. But yeah, there was always something weird. My whole setup was always like, this dude's weird, but he has a different kind of ear. So like the art will represent it. I remember doing some stuff like this. Even on my like older stuff, there's even one record, Sons and the Father. And I do think this is actually one of those joints too, where like SoundCloud at the time had like the banner. They used to have the banner, right? Aww. And I don't think they offer that feature anymore when you upload cover art. You know what I'm saying? So it's not as much of an option like it used to be. Like you could look at a track and it'd be like, boom, but they don't have the banner function. But if anything, dude, keep doing what you're doing and just refine it. Because refinement over time is going to be like where people like connect the dots with who you are and your thing. You cover Family Ties? I remixed it. It was
Jumping that, swimming that
I
pit,
played drums on it.
jumping that fire, swimming that pit.
Yeah, so yeah, that's probably my most popular track on SoundCloud right now. But shout out to Petrolane, bro. You're doing an incredible job, Doc. You're good. Up next, we got Zoe. Zoe says, this is probably my worst submission so far, but let me know what you think for real. I just feel like I could do something better with the sample. I appreciate the honesty. But dog, he said, I think this is the worst. What? He says, this is my worst? I'm giving you the best that I got. Let's go.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
This is tough. It needs a bass line. Jesus, what? Bro, you just need a baseline. You just need a baseline. Matter of fact, you don't even just need a baseline. I think you should send that. You know what? What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna throw you an alley-oop. I'm gonna throw you a lob. I'm gonna download this mug, and I'm gonna send this to Arsenzo if he doesn't submit tonight. But I'm gonna send this to him right now. Actually, hold on. Let me hit up Arsenzo, see what he says. Yeah, I'm gonna send this to Arsenzo. Let me go to Arsenzo real quick. Arsenzo. Yeah. I'm gonna message him this too. I'm gonna be like, hey, watch this. Here we go. Watch this. I'm gonna send him and be like, hey, this dude. Wait. Hey, this dude by the name of Zoe said, this is probably, I'm sending this to him. Said, I'm texting him to him right now. But I feel like this is up your alley. Let me know what you think. I just sent this to Arsenzo, y'all. So if he responds, I'll let you know. First off, it's not bad. I definitely think you just need a baseline and some direction with it, because it's really dope. It's really, really dope. I think it really just needs a baseline. Baseline and some space. Give it some guidelines and some walking area. Yeah, Jesus walk him down and check the ball. Come on now. Give it a little variety, but that's about it. You know what I'm saying? Not everything is chicken nuggets. Not everything is just saucy nuggets. Like, there's so many different types of sauces. You could sauce that up a different type of way. You could spice it up with the buffalo. Do a little extra little thing on it. Do something a little unexpected. Like what? And actually, it's funny because sometimes if something's on loop for way too long, like way too long, one of the things I usually ask myself is, what's a random sound that's gonna make me laugh, but I'm not gonna be mad at it if it's in here? Throw cartoon sounds in there. I'm not joking. Like, throw a cartoon sound in there if you want to laugh, like a bonk or like a gong, like you know what I'm saying? Like throw something random in there, bro. Throw something random in there. You gotta. I did make a video on how to escape the 8-bar loop. You gotta throw something completely different than what you've been building around. Because if you're gonna circle the same building, matter of fact, this is the best way I could describe it. A 8-bar loop is the equivalent of walking around a 4-sided building expecting to see something totally different. No, you just walking around the same building. Go inside the building, walk in, look through a window, and look up. It's gonna look different than walking around it multiple times. You know what I'm saying? So that's any sound from Ed, and Eddie. Try to throw anything, like whatever throws you off and makes you giggle and laugh because of the absurdity of it is probably what you need to add. And I'm not saying that from a joking perspective. I'm saying that because it actually will give you a hint of what you need to add in your music. I hope that helps, bro. Shout out to Zoe. Up next, we got Just Call Me D, and he says here in quote, "Hello. So this has been my favorite track I made in a while. It's about someone that honestly I wish I kept in contact with or was even a better friend to, but life always happens and it keeps going on. I agree. Also, just wanted to say thank you, Kaelin, for providing a flat platform for struggling nobodies like me. You better stop it. You're struggling. You're not struggling. You're falling with style, okay? To get their music out there and meet so many amazing, talented people. I feel as though I get better every day, and it's all thank to all of you. Much love. No problem, bro. Shout out to D. Yeah, bro. You know something? Before I play this, everything music is psychological. All of it is. Like, how to get better at something. It's not that. Like, think about how many people make beats, bro. We all God's kids. But we just gotta think that we could do it. And if we think we could do it, there's no telling that what we can't do. We could do whatever we want. So it's just all psychological. If you feel like you're a struggling nobody, I understand that. But who I believe everybody who submits to these live streams, I believe that everybody has a way of floating in the air. Everybody's way of floating in the air is a little bit differently. Maybe sometimes floating in the air will look a little special to somebody. Sometimes it won't. But I think the way that you specifically fall, sir, is in style. And I think when you do fall and you hit your stride, can't nobody stop you, D. So keep that in the forefront of your mind, bro. And I appreciate you so much for submitting. So let's get into it. Just call me D. Just call me D. Submits Nicole.
Fargo, your
No,
virtual...
Fargo, we're not supporting your advertisements. There we go.
Lost in your eyes, knowing I never had a chance, so what's the fucking point? I'm always ready to lose you. If I were you, I would never look at me for whatever reason I can think, 'cause he looks better with you. Waiting on the cold, waiting on the cold, I don't even mean that much to you. I don't even mean that much to you. I don't even mean that much to you.
This is really unique, bro. Wow. Shout out to Just Call Me D. First and foremost, bro, you make art, okay? So I want everybody to understand there is two sides to this production game, right? And Just Call Me D is a great example of this. Just Call Me D, you are an artist, sir. You're an artist. And whatever your brain thinks of as an idea, it's worth looking at from the lens that it actually has something that anybody who's never heard your music before is going to walk away with something like, yo, that was crazy. hearing the strings, hearing the experimentation from your voice, the pianos, the ensemble kind of feeling to it. It almost gives like Bjorkish. It's like if Flying Lotus like collaborated with Bjork, but a little bit more personal than that. It's like, I don't know, you got these two incredible like hip hop beat making, but then like somber songwriting worlds kind of colliding. And yeah, it's absolutely phenomenal, bro. You're incredible. And what I would recommend you to do is, as you continue on just making things and piece it together, if any part of your brain thinks of an idea that is very odd or obscure, whether it is music or outside of music, I lean into that and do it anyway. Because the way your brain is working is the way that I think too. So we're very kindred spirits, sir. So keep that at the forefront of your mind, man. It's great. Super, super great. Up next, Silver Rose has submitted, and he says here in quote, a sequel to a joint I sent in a long time ago. Shout out to Keys Open Doors for the sample. Let's see what's going on here. I'm curious what's going on here. I'm curious, yeah. Let's see what's going on. Yeah, very Portishead energy. Yeah. You know what, Silver Rose, bro? Hold on. first off, you know what machine would be absolutely like absurd for your production just because it'd be physical? It'd be a physical machine. I feel like you would absolutely rupture a 1200, SP 1200. Because your sound perfectly embodies like a 90s SP 1200. Yeah, you have an insane like thought process with libraries, bro. You should get one. Like you should actually get one. Like the way your sounds, it sounds like you really understand the samples. Plus, when you think about it, imagine loading in your Logic sessions or like your Logic loops that you come up with and you just throw it into the 1200 and you just, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think you would really, really crush that kind of like device. Yeah, you bro, I've seen people resample because here's the thing. And this is low key how, and I'll give you a crazy code. How they used to get samples into the 1200. And this is like all old hardware. Old hardware only captured about, I'm going to say maybe 10, 15 max seconds of old gear. It would only capture like 10 seconds. So what they would do is they'd speed the sample up. They had to speed it up. And then they would slow it back down. And what the slow down version of the sample did was give it like this bit rate type of sound. And so it wasn't just the fact that it was like a plug-in or anything. It was the fact that the machine quite literally recorded it with that in the actual sound. So when you're hearing those old school samples, I know if you took any of your joints and sped it up, threw it in the SP 1200 and slow it down in there, you not only just get that sound, it'd literally be like a analog machine that gets you the sound. So there's something phenomenal about getting like a classic machine that actually sounds like a sound. You know what I'm saying? So I'd recommend you get deep into that, bro, because there's something there you should tap into, and I believe it for you. Yeah, that's what I would do. So, shout out to Silver Rose. Up next, we got Voxy B up next. And she says here in quote, "Hey, Kaelin, got another low tempo, John. I appreciate your feedback as always. You know the vibes. I appreciate you for being here. Let's go. Let's see what's going down to the ground in a mound, down a mountain bound. Let's see what's, I'm tripping. Let's go. There should be a version, a modern day version of it. Oh my God. That's a crazy thing, Tetra. Your ear is weird, dude, and I like it. Oh, wow. Lucrative says I could see her on it. Me too. Yeah, that's a good one. You did Rock the Boat too? Dang. Rock the boat. Rock. Yeah. Rock the boat. Rock the boat. Oh, Moxie. You should have done that. Oh, you should unmute that. You should unmute that and submit that. You should unmute that and say, I want to see what that sounds like.
Hey, welcome to the club.
Oh, that's crazy. You make me float. Wait, Silver Rose, are you serious? He said, I just bought a 1200 as we speak, found a nasty deal for $50. Are you serious? Make sure it works. Oh my God. Shout out to Silver Rose. My God. My. I think that's a steal of the century. That's a steal of the century, guys. That's a steal of the century, bro. Make sure it works. If you need a guy to I know a guy in Florida who fixes vintage gear. Actually, I got to go back and pick up some vintage gear that I had submitted. It was a reverb unit, like a 90s reverb unit. I never went back and grabbed, which is a good point. I need to go and grab that tomorrow. Yeah, I need to pick that up tomorrow. Yeah. It's a dude that lives out in Town and Country, right outside of Tampa. Town and Country. So, Silver Rose on an SP1200. Yeah, it's a wrap. It's a wrap, sir. So, shout out to Voxy B for the one time. Hey, yo, Will in the building. What's good? What's goody? Up next, we got Elijah come out. Says this is a track I made with a few of my friends. Planning to release it in sometime November from a new beat tape based off of old school music. Let's go. Let's get it, Elijah. Let's get it, Elijah. Lucrative says any other female producers in the house. Voxy in the house. Lucrative in the house. Who else? We had DJ Sugar Auntie. Oh my gosh, where's she at? DJ Sugar Auntie. That's her name. She's a part of the Discord as well. DJ Sugar Auntie. I'd tap in with her too. Yeah. Let's see what's going on. Crash says, I just realized something. I've never collaborated with a woman on music before. Listen. I'll tell you this. Bro. We gotta balance out the field here. We have to. Gotta balance out the field. If you really need to balance out the field, I know. Listen, there's so many talented, dope women, especially right now in my life. There's so many talented, dope women that are just surrounding me at all costs. So I have to make sure my music is hitting. You know what I'm saying? They keep my music afloat, sir. They keep my music afloat. So we got to balance out the field. You know what I'm saying? So let's see what's going on here. Elijah. Yeah. Life Eternal Remix, Elijah. Yeah, that's dope, bro. That's dope. Shout out to Elijah. I like how in the production it has this kind of like, it has this insane thing of like, it feels almost like, y'all know J Moss. Anybody know J Moss? JMOSS, J Moss. Operator, Heaven on the Line. That's one joint. I think of like gospel music from the 2000s. I think about Fred Hammond, but it has this like Parliament-ish kind of energy. Yeah. It has a J Moss Parliament in like early 2000s like gospel energy to it. And so for it to be called Life Eternal Remix, I definitely believe you should like release it. Not only just release it, I would recommend, and I never thought about doing this before. What if when you upload videos to promote it, you should promote the individual parts of the track. You don't have to do the whole track, but let's say one is the drums, right? You got one video of just the drums and it's like an edit of the drums, but then you got another edit of just the chords or just another edit just you vibing. So like that way you can stretch it out along for a longer period rather than just having like one video and you got to upload it every other month. But I never thought about the extra B-roll that I always create. The extra, because I know you record videos too, Elijah. I've seen the videos. I done seen your videos, okay? I watched them, okay? I watched, okay? Okay, twin. I seen you. So what I would do is, if you record a beat video, use your B-roll in separate videos. Like, emphasize that this is the part. Or like, let's say your homie on a guitar. Yeah, give your homie on the guitar some shine. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, this is gonna be a good one. I'm excited for you, bro. Up next, Juwan Ford has submitted. He said, I'd love to get your thoughts specifically on the mix balance. Do you think the low end and the vocals are sitting right, or is there anything you tweak to get a cleaner, more professional sound? Also, I would really like to work with you. Something to open to the email on your website is the best email to reach you at. Yes. I will say, though, me working with people is a little bit limited because I've been working with people all year long. So I'm just giving you a heads up. If you want to be able to directly hit me up, I would highly urge you. To hit Makers Plus. Go to Makers Plus, book a consultation. That way I could talk to you one-on-one. Yes. So, yeah, bro. This is one of those things. If you want direct one-on-one, like I did and if Ronnie Air is still here too, I want to let you guys know, not only just he subscribed to Makers Plus, but he submitted as well for the feedback. We hopped on the call, and I was on the call for an additional hour and 30 minutes working on the track that we did for feedback. Not feedback, for Fix That Beat Tuesday. So, yeah. But yes, if you do feel inclined to tap in, hit that Makers Plus, book a consultation, and just hit me up direct. That way it's easier for you. You know what I'm saying? Just hit me up direct. Let's see here. Silver Rose said, never mind about the 1200. Apparently it was a scam and I stopped myself before I got it. No! I feel like Sonic the Hedgehog when he falls down a... He said, no! Oh, man. But, yeah, just go straight to my website, though, if you're curious. Juwan Ford. Let's see what's going on. Only hope. Let's see what's going on here, brother. Shout out to the Makers Club.
Just dropping, dragging the jackets that's riding the jacket. Jealousy, gelling, jeopardy's just about gently jabbing. Generals generally drop bomb. You gibberish rapping. Sick of simple syllable spitters that swipe of the status. What type of conversation we supposed to be having? Who better than moi? I have them kissing the casket. They trying to get a reaction. I kill them. you niggas fucking crazy. Too tight with the flows. I'm not one of the rappers that you like to oppose. Eyesight, my type, too high to oppose. So if you try, you die. Who lighting the smoke? Cool guy you like if you trying to know, but you cry, ooh, I hate him because he cold. Tools I use, fine calculations to show that the gap between you and I wider than any globe. I'm smelling the blood. They ain't believe no till after the flood. You niggas are bitches, this slapping a stud. I'm splattered with mud, I come from the dirt that cover the earth, that constantly search the whole universe from atoms to birds, the gases and herbs, a planet to stir the right conditions together that can handle my birth. If you wrote it in the Bible and we battled in church, a pastor that heard would rather the words Juwan was using while he captured a verse. Nigga, go get a tank if you mad I deserve anything that I gained that you acting is yours. Posted up with the game, bitch, I'm back on the curve, ready to let it bang if some action occur. Niggas just want the fame, what it's actually worth. If we tagging your name to the back of a hearse. Bitch, nigga, I'm a sick killer. Take a shoot the plug and leave the bricks with him. Treat him like it's Paul and let the switch hit him, bow. She gonna ask me now, why you always with the loud? I feel like a god when I'm sitting in the clouds, looking at your crowd and I'm only seeing clowns. Help them out, cause they wasn't moving around. Always be like, Warren, you don't do it for the crib. Places that you die be the places that you live. Places you provide for, make it so you will. You know they gon' lie, I'ma say it cause it's real. You know they gon' lie, I'ma play it how it go. You can fake a lie, but you can't fake the growth. Plug on the line, say you tryna make the most.
You'll be walking on me, you're my only hope.
This is crazy. Shout out to Juwan Ford. So he said here, do I think the low end and the vocals are sitting right? I think it's sitting pretty solid. Your vocals are cutting. Like they're cutting. But I think because part of this beat feels like, it does feel like that Lupe Pharrell Kanye joint. Yeah, it does feel like that. You know what I'm saying? Us Placers. Yeah, that's the name of the joint. It does feel like Us Placers, but more of what like, it feels like Us Placers with a little bit more of a movement. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, it's barred up. You know what I'm saying? It's like barred up a party. But honestly, if you were to ask me, there are some moments when your vocal does feel a little bit thin. So I think there's a question that is to be asked. Microphone. What microphone are you using? That's one part. Two, if the microphone you're using does not have body in it, maybe I would recommend different ways of recording your voice. So for instance, I know my voice sounds different when I do this, but then also when I do this, the tone is different. And then there's also this. I do this as well. Sometimes the position of the microphone can give you a different tone, whether you recognize it. And I think certain mics, the body of the mic will be cut off just because the response they're getting is it's just one of those things, bro, where it sounds like the sound of the actual gear itself is giving that sound. So if you do want to increase the body on it, like the low end body of it, it could be your mic, or it could be having a different like EQ setup. But a lot of that could get like evaporated with a good give the mic arm some oil. I sample this stuff, so I'm gonna use this. Could he try a speech enhancer? That's another part too. But honestly, I think because when he raps, because this is also another thing too. Whenever you rap, I think what you could do, high key, what you could do is give your voice some layers. Because I feel like when it comes to like when you rap, like the depth of your voice is only singled out to one thing. I equate your voice almost to like a guitar. It kind of sits like a guitar, and that's a good thing because it cuts. Like, you know when like a good like Fender cuts, your voice has a Fender approach on it. So I think to defeat that, layering up and then probably recording different tones on your microphone so you can get a different sound. You know what I'm saying? You record down here and you record down here. You can have the body and the top end of your mic, and you layer those together, and all of a sudden it's like, oh, like, yeah. Matter of fact, if you ever get curious about it, look up Mixed by Ali, his video talking about how he engineered Kendrick, TDE, Schoolboy Q. They went through recording. Went through recording whole mixtapes on broken microphones. But like, if you could take a broken mic and make it sound just as clean and just as cool, then it's dope. But if you were to ask me about this mix specifically, it would balance you better to give like an additional depth, especially when you bar up. Like when you bar up, double it. Double your voice at all costs. You know what I'm saying? And that's just more so like the sound versus like the mix, because it's cutting. Okay? So keep that at the forefront of your mind, man. I hope that helps you. Up next, Corey has submitted. Says here in quote, hey, two chords on guitar. Let me do this. Have fun. Two chords on guitar. Let me do this. Have fun. Let's go. Let's see what's going on. Corey. Let's get it. Shout out to Corey for the one time. That was smacking. That is, it really reminds me how Justice chopped. You know what? Hold on. I'm going to write down their name because I'm seeing them with K Trinata in November, okay? That was phenomenal because the chop. People don't talk about Justice enough. People don't talk about Justice enough. But I will also say that like that chop though is clean. And then like the space you play with, that was masterful. Okay, whatever instinct you tapped into to go about that was crazy. Two chords on a guitar. You only need two chords on a guitar. Because here's something crazy. People are still finding new samples from Cross 2007 to this very day. You know, that era was a great sound. And here's the beautiful thing about this chop. A lot of people discredit the 2 chords, or like, I only know 1 chord, only know like a few chords. Knowing a few chords and being able to program them to do what you want them to do is very worth it. It's so worth it because every single time I go through a period of like learning a new chord, I'll only just use that chord for like a beat. I'm sure y'all have heard that in my music where I'm playing like my normal chords and all of a sudden there's something kind of tricky or something kind of weird in it. If you sample your guitar, and I'll give you a golden number, semitone 5 or semitone 7. What that is the circle of fifths. You play with the circle of fifths as you're chopping, you will have such a good time. I'm telling you, like, take some chords. Like, I'm gonna give you a good example. Let me stop this this stream real quick. Just give you a little idea. Whenever I'm like having these moments, right, and I'm just kind of like on. Watch this. Hold on, let me turn this off. Turn this off. Watch this. I'm gonna give you a crazy chord. Let me go and sample this. Just watch this. Watch. I'm gonna record this chord. Hold up. Let me turn this on real quick. I'm gonna show you how crazy this is. Look at this. This is why. Just look at this. Look how crazy this is. I'm gonna put this over here in the MIDI and just drop it in my sampler. We gonna normalize this mug. And I only want 2 slices. Give me that. Now watch this. Now I'm about to just have fun with this. Look at this. Just peep this. This is literally what I do. You see what I'm saying? Like, you could have a whole, like, you know what I'm saying? It's one of those things where you could be able to have fun playing with 2 chords, but you do it. So, I don't know. Have fun with that as you wish, but that was just the first thing I thought of. You absolutely smacked it out the park. Shout out. Yeah, finger drum it. Yeah. That's the best way to go live. Best way. So shout out to Corey. Up next, Zoe again. Zoe again has spun the block once again. Let's see what's going on. Let's see. Ooh. Someone said he looked like Riley Freeman. Good night, Lucrative. Have a good one. Shout out to Zoe, man, for the one time. Golly. Yeah, if y'all didn't know, Zoe Man uploads beats to YouTube, so y'all should check out his YouTube page. He uploads beats. He has a Snapchat. He has an Instagram. I would highly recommend you guys to tap in with him. He uploads these instrumentals, and it's crazy. Super, super crazy. Yeah, bro. I would actually implore you, whatever thought process you went down with Space with this track, apply it to the one that you submitted earlier, because this is technically what it needs. You know what I'm saying? Like, it needs that. You know what I'm saying? So the guy in the cover could be him for all we know. Isn't that Baby Chief Do It? I think this is him. This is Zoe Man. He submitted a week prior. Y'all ain't know this was him? Y'all ain't know this was him? This is Zoe Man right here. Yeah, bro. Yeah, that was Zoe Man right there. With the pink fit. Cause he was like I remember we were trying to figure out who he was for a bit. Yeah. Or was it him or somebody else? So shout out to Zoe Man for the one time. Up next, we got Nam. Says here in quote, nothing. And has submitted a SoundCloud link for us. Let's see what's going on. Let's go.
What's your purpose? Is it worth it? Servants lurking in the room. I see steady fire in the room. Now you got me in the mood. You know this. Everybody lies to you. Got me always so confused. You know. Bury me down in a coffin. I pray to God for my losses. What you wanna do? I say I'ma go MIA. Okay. Stuck in the same old place. And I can't change my ways. Okay. What you wanna do? I say I'ma go MIA. Okay. Stuck in the same old place. And I can't change my ways. Okay. Sipping that lean like it's Robitussin. I just pray don't die for nothing. Just losing my mind, ain't no time for bluffing. There problems with love, I just count my losses. How can I learn it all when you break it off? And you taking your time, and you breaking what's mine. My heart's in a bind. Darkest nights, I'm like a poltergeist. You can see me in the afterlife. Close your eyes, don't be afraid. I got issues on my mind, you can't relate. Fatal attraction, I need some love interaction. I need your body relaxing, cause your body is just past 10. What's your purpose? Is it worth it? Servants lurking in the room. I see steady fire in the room. Now you got me in the mood. You know this. Everybody lies to you. Got me always so confused. You know. Bury me down in a coffin. I pray to God for my losses. What you wanna do? I say I'ma go MIA. Okay. Stuck in the same old place. And I can't change my ways. Okay. What you wanna do? I say I'ma go MIA. Okay. Stuck in the same old place. And I can't change my ways. Okay. What you wanna do? I say I'ma go MIA. Okay. Stuck in the same old place. And I can't change my ways. Okay. What you wanna do? I say I'ma go MIA. Okay. Stuck in the same old place. And I can't change my ways. Okay.
Shout out to Nam for the one time. God. I love this. I love this sound. You know what? It kind of reminds me of when I was hanging out with Paul for a good little bit. And I remember it was years ago actually, and I bring this up for a particular reason. When we worked on, there was like this early era of like trap rock, quote unquote, coming out, like 2010s, right? And the one thing I thought about during that era was like, man, everybody wants rock music to kind of come back. And something about this sound kind of like pushes the gas pedal a little bit on that. And what I kind of want to see more of, and maybe this is just from the production's perspective, but your voice sounds so good. I expected like a rock breakdown to come in with like like in the middle of the trap drums, because it's like a combination of like you're teetering on what is like trap, but then also it could go rock too, you know what I'm saying? Like it could go there. It's just I expected to hear more of the like grit on the guitar. I wanted to hear more of the you know what I'm saying? Dun, dun. Like I needed to hear that. But given the fact that this is what it is, it's dope and it does its job. But if you do feel like in any capacity to like add something to the production, it's just that part, because you touched on it so beautifully that it's like, it's worth it to at least see what the possibilities are. Even I would open up the electric guitar plugin on Contact and just I would just to throw that in there. I gotta hear that because it's my spirit was kind of like, oh. Yeah. So shout out to Nam though. It was a phenomenal track, bro. That's my thoughts, my dude. And with that being said, guys, we have just gone through all of the skips so far. If you actually want to have your joint listened to live here on the stream, I highly recommend you to do that. Actually, matter of fact, I'll guarantee you something on this. This is something I'll guarantee you. I saw someone previously just mention in the chat about having to pay for a skip the line slot. Let me give you a little 411. One of the things I'm always big on is community building. You know what I'm saying? And I want to just kind of preference here. One of the most beautiful things that I love seeing is that like there's a transaction of like community for the space. So it's not only just the fact that you submit to the queue slots and you skip the line. That's one part. But every person that has ever skipped the line has access to the Discord. So I just want to implore you guys that this is more than just the feedback, but this feedback leads to community. This feedback leads to what actually would help you get to where you need to go, which is people, you know? And I would implore everybody to like know that, like just know that this is not just an isolated, you make a beat, you learn about this. Promise you out of anywhere on the internet, this is one of those places and spaces I can guarantee you there is transformation for you specifically. So I just want to put that in the forefront. And yeah, I don't think they're there either, but I just want to let it be known that like this, when I collect the $20, it goes back into pushing this Makers Club, pushing the community. And yeah, bro, I just want to implore you guys that this is a growing space, you know, like $20 is, you know what I'm saying? $20, skip the line, get your beat played in front of how many people right now? How many people watching us right now on Twitch, on YouTube, and on Twitter? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, like, and what's cool about this space is this is what I wanted when I was in high school. This is this space right here. And quite literally, because of y'all's contributions is the reason why I've been able to do this for so long. So if I have a chance to like listen to what you guys are doing, y'all know I am not hesitant to put y'all in chat rooms to like talk to one another. You know what I'm saying? And I understand not having it, but just know like there's a pouring happening. You guys are pouring into me and I'm pouring right back into you guys. You know what I'm saying? It keeps the lights on and keeps this thing going. I mean, really think about it, y'all. This is literally why, like, y'all create the Makers Club. This is what it is. So, like, every time you drop the coin, it goes back into helping promote it. So, I'm very thankful for you guys. And if you feel so inclined to skip the line, we have, I want to say, let me refresh this and make sure it's up to date. We have 23 skips remaining. So if you want to skip the line, get your joint submitted right here on the stream. I'll have honest feedback for you. If not, I'll be going on to the free spots that were taken at this morning, 10 a.m. And we'll conclude the stream that way. But give me about 5 minutes. I'm going to go pee. I'm going to be right back here on the stream to listen to all these flips and whatnot with your boy, Kaelin Ellis, here on the Makers Club, Makers FM. I love you guys. Be right back. Give me like 5 minutes. I'm going to go pee real quick.
You are now tuned in to Makers Radio.
Be right back.
The best in the world. If you don't know, now you know. No.
Yo, what's going on, y'all? It's your boy Nelock, the Beat Ninja, checking in from Atlanta, Georgia, and you are now rocking with the sounds of the one and only Makers Club, brought to you by my homie Kaelin Ellis, right here on WMKRS FM, Makers Club Radio, live for fun. Let's get it.
What's good, y'all? I'm back. I had to use the bathroom. I was having a sneeze attack. I was like, what is happening? What is going on? But nah, y'all, today is Feedback Friday. We're listening to all of the submissions that have been submitted today here on the stream, and I think I might want to switch up the vibe a little bit. I've been playing the same beat over and over and over again. So let's go and play a different one this time. Is that all right? Had to play this one. So we got the free submissions. We went through 12 submitted today, and they are all fire. So let's see what's going down. We've had 12 submissions. If you want to skip the line at any point, please be not afraid. We're listening to joints here and giving honest feedback alongside a giant community of producers who are the best producers in the world, aka the Makers Club. And if you want to tap in with the Makers Club, I highly suggest you to cop a sample pack or cop a Q slot, because we got 23 of them left right now. So with that being said, we gonna get into it. I like the way you work it. No diggity. I like the way you. I'm so sorry. I'm wildin'. Yeah. All right. Let's go. Up next, we have Luca Vandermeer. Okay. Luca Vandermeer. Okay, I got you. Luca Vandermeer has submitted, and he says here in quote, modern jazz track with saxophonist and producer Sweeter de Vlucht and me. Okay, let's see what's going on, bro. I'm about to see what's going on. What's going on? Luca Vandermeer. What? Let's go. I think it's gonna play in a second. I think it's gonna play it. There we go. God, dog. Holy cow. First off, that saxophone was lovely. It gave me like a space jazz now versus now kind of energy. I love hearing when jazz and experimental electronic energy collide. Shucks, that was lovely. I really appreciate especially how homie on the sax is in the chat right now. Yo, how do you pronounce your name, bro? I don't want to mess it up again. Like, how do you properly pronounce it? Like, you're really, really good. You're really, really good at what you do. Like, the sax is phenomenal. The jazz is clean. It's hitting on a sonic level. And yeah, Luca Vandermeer, like, y'all got something going with that. And I actually got to ask and implore, does this lead to a project? Does this lead to a body of work that we can listen to? Because that's really clean. I grew up listening to a lot of smooth jazz when I was a child, and that is down the vein of what I remember as a kid. So please let me know if there's a project. Let me know if there's a name. If it's just Luca, like, let me know, man. But yeah, y'all absolutely phenomenal. We're dropping an EP with 4 tracks. Let's go. What's the name of the EP? You have a name for it, or that's in the works? Yeah, that's phenomenal. So shout out to Luca Vandermeer and Sweater as well. So yeah, Time Flies coming soon. Up next, we got Eimer and Ladu. Says here in quote, new demo. Any tips for making it more interesting with production and arrangement? Okay, let's see what's going on. Let's see what's going on.
Just cool it. You don't got nothing to prove. And you're moving. I want someone just like you. How you do it? Now I got something to lose. With the music, I'll spend this whole night with you. I'm not trying to kill your high notion, but as long as you know I'm under your control. I don't gotta tell you I'm going nowhere. So wherever you go, just know that I will follow. Just cool it. You don't got nothing to prove. And you're moving. I want someone just like you. What you need and what you want from me. Swear I know you well, but you're so hard to please. Never hesitate to give you all of me. Oh, leave it all behind to put your mind at ease. Working overtime, but you got time for me. If it's what you want to spend your time for free, baby, girl, just cool it. You don't got nothing to prove. And you're moving. I want someone just like you. How you do it? Now I got something to lose. Hear the music. I'll spend this whole night with you.
Shout out to Eimer and Ladhu. He said, new demo, any tips for making it more interesting with production and arrangement? So I'll tell you this. Good news is all of the sounds that you have right now are very full. So the sound, the sonics, it has a very full energy to it. If you want to make it interesting, the first thought that I had that made it interesting for an arrangement is it needs a switch up. It needs a switch up or a dropout. Let me explain. Around the 1 minute and 46 marker, I noticed the production kind of gets minimal. And that's a good thing.
Me, no. it all behind to put your mind at ease. Working overtime, but you got time for me. If it's what you want to.
What I would do is where that like bass line comes in, I would use that bass line and an 808 and just your voice as soon as this thing comes in. And then right when it drops,
I just call.
boom, 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 do do do, dun 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 dun, dun do do do. You see what I'm saying? Like the space. There's a space that opens up when you cut out all of the. Because what's crazy is you created a pillow. That's what you did. There's a soft pillow that you could just kind of roll around. But here's the thing. Rolling around in a pillow is comfortable. There's nothing really exciting about rolling around in a pillow. Unless, and I'm going to give you guys a good little energy check. Laying around in a pillow does not hit the same as when you have a long day and you take a shower and you clean yourself. It's probably late. You're probably going to go to bed and you finally get to hit the bed sheets. And it's the end of the day. Sleep is a lot more easier to achieve when you've done what you needed and you're a little bit tired. And then like when you lay in a pillow, it's like, oh, it's like, I don't know if anybody likes hot showers, but it's like when the hot water like hits the back, like not scorching, but like when it hits your back and it makes you tingle a little bit, you're like, ooh, now you're shaking, like there's a reason why. It's because your back wasn't like literally there's a feeling to it. And what that track needs is a switch up. It needs to. Did you say what you needed? Listen, I'm telling you this because there's a correlation here. Why it feels like a pillow is because it's already like soft. It's just already like a soft palette. But because it keeps going as a soft palette, it doesn't really like create interest. It just creates comfort. And comfort isn't always interesting. You feel me? So if you're going to do that, I would recommend playing around with space. Drop it out like, I don't know, a good example of reference is like Kendrick Lamar on the Damn album. He's playing with space in like dry air. You know what I'm saying? Like I would recommend you playing around with the space because everything just feels like a soft pillow and pillows are comfortable, but it's not exciting. Pillows aren't exciting. They're just comfortable. And the most comfortable things aren't exciting. So keep that at the forefront of your mind, bro. I hope that helps you. Yeah. Shout out to Eimer and Ladhu. Up next, we got Cold Season. Cold Season has submitted, and he says, this is a track I produced and rapped on for my upcoming project. Let me know what you think. All right, let's go, bro. Let's see what's going on. Let's see.
Born Elijah, shepherd of a desperate people. Governments vandalizing, so-called leaders so deceitful. This land is lethal, neighbors can't see they equally fucked. One nation united under evil. It seems that we stuck, sinking in the mud while pigs is dancing. Supposed to be advancing, but moving backwards. What's the chances that we see the sun shining like the goddess out the darkest nights and slim to none? Searching for a hero, seeing zero when in need of one. All these heroes bums think we need a villain, someone capable of killing all their inhibitions. Wanna show the opposition the meaning of chilling. Doubt was like the gun, I'm like the bullet. What the culture feeling? Pain. Noose around my neck, I spaz before they pull it. Chains, flashy things and golden rings. The world is all a stage. Writers want me play my part, I'm not on the same page. Put my people in a box and we break out the cage of rage. Sick and tired of the line, ain't no sleeping in this jungle. All these scars, it ain't no hiding, no denying that a war's on the rise, I'm ready to rumble. Uncle Sammy want me falling in line, I'm keeping it humble. My rebuttal, like Casablanca need to turn to rubble. The biggest in it never gave a fuck about your struggles. So fuck what you heard, flee from the herd or open your mind. Don't be willfully blind and
enlightenment is divine. The revolution starts with you, it won't be televised. When you ready, come and get me. Born a shepherd, I'm your guy, Caesar. Bye. Bye. Woo. Burn. Skirt.
First off, Cold Season, I had one of those moments where, like, you know, you hear the production, right? And, like, of course, I'm always a production-centered person. Like, I'm always thinking from the first. But then I hear your cadence and your pocket, though. Holy cow. Like, what? I can hear in between all of that. You know what you're doing. I hear that. It's just what I'm looking at right now is just watering a seed. So the first name that kind of popped up in my mind, I'm gonna tell you I'm gonna show you the first picture that popped up in my mind when I listened to that. Cause like I listened to the production and then I heard your voice kick in, and then like this came up for me. This project came up for me. I thought about Nas. And I don't know why I thought about Nas, but it made me think about like your voice has this kind of like funky drummer pocket to it. Like literally your voice has this like drum break nature to it. And so it's kind of phenomenal to hear what you're doing. Yeah, listen, Riz, you see what I'm saying? It's kind of crazy. So I think with that, you have like a funky drummer approach to your bars. And I think something that lets you shine is it's almost like you're giving the palette enough space so you could be the drummer in it. You know what I'm saying? Like the space doesn't move too much. I'd actually be kind of curious to see how you'd sound over Elevators by Outkast, beats like that, like beats that don't necessarily need to swing because your pocket is just crazy. So, yeah, I would urge whatever approach you did to keep doing that, because if that's one song on your project, I know the production is tight, but like your cadence and your tone and how you speak and the way it flows sounds like you're a musician. So it's really, really dope to hear this from you, Cold Season. I appreciate you being like, a first time submitter within this. So super phenomenal. Shout out to Cold Season for the one time, y'all. Up next, we got Quajo, and Quajo says here in quote, "Hey, Kaelin, hope you've been blessed and in good health. This is my latest single, Running Away, an alternative R&B heartbreak ballad I made back in November 2024 after my first real heartbreak. Aww. This was produced by 18 with additional production by me in the second half of the song with synths and guitar. Fun fact, it was directly inspired by the melody in your heart in the song Heart with Saba. Wow. Let me know if you can hear it. Haha. Like, anyways, thank you for listening, and I pray you enjoy this one as much as I do. Let's go. Let's see what's going on. Let's see what's going on. I think he's still with us. Quajo. I hear it.
How we end up running away from it. I never thought we'd wanna escape from this. I'm really sorry I couldn't change for you. Praying that I'll see you again one day. How we end up running away from it. I never thought we'd wanna escape from this. I'm really sorry I couldn't change for you. Praying that I'll see you again. What? Baby, how did this turn real? Trying to tell my heart just feel emotions. How could what we had be sealed? Do you think I'll ever heal? Maybe this is just God's plan. Hopefully we'll understand. We just need a one-on-one. Call me up when you get done. And God, I'm trying to understand how this all makes sense in your plan. Why does it hurt so much to let you go? If we share our soil, we can grow. How we end up running away from it. I never thought we'd wanna escape from this. I'm really sorry I couldn't change for you. Praying that I'll see you again one day. How we end up running away from it. I never thought we'd wanna escape from this. Really sorry I couldn't change for you. Praying that I'll see you again. Yeah, solutions never last for long. I was stuck with a rental. I'm losing hope like the Avengers I couldn't assemble.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
My mental to find the one with the temple we built it in tremble. You gave your all, I gave my all, but it wasn't enough. Using my words for optimism, you calling my bluff. Not every battle need a cape, so I'm hanging it up. We had a fire like the sun, I was cold to the touch. How we end up running away from it. I never thought we'd wanna escape from this. I'm really sorry I couldn't change for you. Praying that I'll see you again one day. How we end up running away from it. I never thought we'd wanna escape from this. Really sorry I couldn't change for you. Praying that I'll see you again one.
Wow. This is polish, bro. This is polish. Gosh, shout out to Quajo for the one time. When did that one come out? When did that one come out? That was August 20th. That was last month. God, dog. Yeah, that's my songs. That's crazy. You know what, Quajo? You always coming through with quality, okay? You come through with quality. You come through with style. And you know you nice with it. So, shout out to Quajo for the one time, bro. I appreciate you submitting so much. And plus, I can hear that. I heard it as soon as the hook started in the beginning. So, quality. He said quality. Quality. Sample that if you want. But yeah, shout out to Quajo for the one time. Up next, we have Terrence. Thank you. Terrence, thank you. Terrence, thank you says here in quote, "What up? I'm submitting a song I haven't released yet. Let's go. We got the exclusive, y'all. Been feeling out of touch lately, hoping this feedback can get me motivated again. I have a lot of music out, but just struggling to find my audience." Okay. Aww. Struggling to find an audience. So let's see here. We gon' you know what? Okay, let me put you on game real quick. And audience. If anyone wants to hear more than just Terrence, thank you in your search, and just type. Wait, he says if anyone wants to hear more, just type Terrence, thank you with a Y, you. Thank you. Keep that at the forefront of your mind, guys. Thank you. In your search engine. I give gratitude and pray for blessings for all of you. So, appreciate you, bro. We're going to try something here. And actually, I want everybody to be not only just attentive of this idea that I'm about to propose, but I have a thought. And whenever I think about things, they're always a little bit layered. So I want to say this in a very straightforward way that makes way more sense. So when you make something and you play it for people, there's three things that happen. Music is an attractive tool. Not just an attractive tool, but is a tool. It is a tool that attracts. Terrence, when this joint plays, whatever I write down, and I actually recommend anybody to write down things as well for the stream. I'm going to write down all of the things that just kind of pop up as this joint goes. So I'm curious to see what's about to happen. Let's see what's going on. Let's go. Creating music is like a SOS. Keep that at the forefront of your mind.
The bigger the brand, the bigger the meal. The bigger the plans, the bigger the meal. The bigger the plans, the bigger the trees and roofs. The bigger the fans, the bigger the meal. I feel a breeze, I'm feeling cool. I make them sneeze, God blessing you. I feel at peace, I'm in the mood. Exotic trees, designer shoes. Who gon' hold me down? You don't know me now. Things gon' change, rearrange how we turn it now. Around and round, around we go through towns. State to state, I gotta say I love this piece I found. Feeling that's my character, I already know I'm hurt. The pros like amateurs, I already know my worth. I'm rising like the temperature, gratitude for all that search. I'm less a blogger, more an editor. Every day I put in work, cause the bigger the brand, the bigger the meal. The bigger the plans, the bigger the meal. The bigger the plants, the bigger the trees and roofs. The bigger the fans, the bigger the meal. I feel a breeze, I'm feeling cool. I make them sneeze, God blessing you. I feel at peace, I'm in the mood. Exotic trees, designer shoes.
Shout out to Terrence. Thank you for the one time. First and foremost, bro, I appreciate you submitting. That was fire. I'm not gonna lie. I was writing down the words trippy, fun, trap, psychedelic, knock, motion, and all of a sudden, I realized your voice kind of reminds me of something. It reminds me of something familiar. And I had to think for a moment, what does your voice on this track in particular reminded me of? Like the way your tone was, the way your comfort kind of like slid into like a certain note. You know, it wasn't like you were trying hard to sing. It was like you were just kind of vibing. Riz said trance. I felt like I was in a trance as well. So I'm looking at this and it's like, I'm like, wow, hold on. You know who you kind of sound like? You kind of have a Kid Cudi energy, bro. It's like, I can hear what you're trying to do, but I also hear like this funness in the music. It's very Kid Cudi-ish. Like, I feel like I would hear you on a different as well style as well. Like, I feel like your voice will work well with different styles of production. You know what I'm saying? Y'all hear it too, right? So I was thinking, I was like, man, because like I promise you, your voice started. I was like, why does this sound familiar? And so when it comes to finding an audience, I want you to look at this. Whenever I look about audience, right? Sometimes our audience is something that we don't necessarily control. So there's one wall of thing down. So you don't have to worry about getting a particular aiming of people. But I think if you're trying to find an audience, because the struggle is there, your music is intended to create a SOS to the people who resonate with it. I resonate with it because it brings up the Kid Cudi kind of Kanye, old Kanye kind of collabs. I would say like the Kid Cudi from like 2012, 2013, you know what I'm saying? I think there's eras of music that would like benefit to hear your voice on top of like not only just sample chops, but like throw the sample chops with the 808s and see where it goes from there. Because there is a sound there. But I also do believe that like the struggle could probably be that what we're trying to circle here is not the people I want to reach, which I want to implore you, if you're struggling, don't aim for a particular person. Just aim to speak to yourself. Aim for your honesty and your authenticity, because your authenticity and your curiosity and the things that you like and the things that you're confident about and the things that you're really passionate about are only going to attract things that are inside other people, aka finding an SOS. That's what you just did. And sometimes it can be a little bit daunting to like find who your tribe is. But if you're here on the Makers Club, there's people here that are quite just like you. Like, even think about your friends. Your friends are not here to make you happy. They're here to make you conscious. They're here to literally like make you aware of where you're consciously at. And then you make choices based on your conscious level. That's the reason we engage with the people we do. From a conscious level, the very same thing that's on the inside of me is on the inside of you guys watching right now. So when you put your music out, just know it is to fulfill this place that I just mentioned. Whoever likes the trippy, the fun, the trap, the psychedelic, Kid Cudi, knocking drums, a trance. Anything that comes up for you is probably, like, when I say those words, whatever comes up for you, that's your people. Your people are going to also like the trippy, fun, trap, psychedelic, Kid Cudi, knocking, motion, and trance. They're probably making beats right now, too, and they're here. So I hope that helps you. Hope that helps you. Like, literally, people are not here to, like, make everybody, like, happy, but we're here to make each other conscious. So keep that at the forefront of your mind. Emotions will develop over time, but that's the gist. So I hope that helps you guys. Sounds like my style of beats. Exactly. You see what I'm saying? Tapping with Crash. Crash will love to tap in with you, bro. So with that, we got 3 remaining, guys. And if you want to submit, we have a handful of slots. Let me not say a handful. We got 23 spots left. We got a handful of spots left, 23. If you want to submit, I highly suggest you to type in submit. Just hit submit in the chat and you'll be able to access the skip the line submission sheet. That way we can be able to play it here on the stream. So up next, we got Ken Don, aka Ken Don Marshall. He says here in quote, yo, I started writing to this beat. I made it on an MPC, and then I threw it over a Playboy Smooth sample flip challenge beat. And then over a beat a Swedish friend made, abandoned it until I made this beat yesterday, and it just clicked for me. So I re-recorded it all and wrote a second verse. I'm pretty satisfied with the simplicity of where it got to, but I'm welcome to any thoughts / feedback. Let's see what's going on, Ken Don. I'm curious. Let's see.
Listen, the past will eat you alive, spit you to eat you again. You steady looking for signs to come and greet you, but man, did life to teach you the lessons that you've been searching for? The answers that you right in the face the whole time. There ain't no reason to be waiting for the rest of your life. Just put it down with a pen. The story's told by your stripes. The custom made you a man, whether you like it or not. So go ahead, take your shot. Holding on to these ideas of what it should have been never really mattered. Regrets on what I could have did never really mattered. Accomplishments that would have been never really mattered. What matters is the here and the now. You holding on to these ideas of what it should have been never really mattered. Regrets on what you could have did never really mattered. Accomplishments that would have been never really mattered. What matters is the here and the now. That's all that matters. That's all that matters at the end of the day. Forget what you spent in the past is what you're willing to pay, not what you owe. Regret is never worth your peace, but your past in this place, and relax is the freedom you need. But you need to believe in the future you seek and remain resolute, cause they mean to deceive and to tear you away from the truth and release what you're meant to receive. There ain't no reason to be waiting for the rest of your life. Just put it down with a pen. The story's told by your stripes. The custom made you a man, whether you like it or not. So go ahead, take a shot. Holding on to these ideas of what it should have been never really mattered. Regrets on what I could have did never really mattered. Accomplishments that would have been never really mattered. What matters is the here and the now. You holding on to these ideas of what it should have been never really mattered. Regrets on what you could have did never really mattered. Accomplishments that would have been never really mattered. What matters is the here and the now, that's all that matters. There ain't no reason to be waiting for the rest of your life. Just put it down with a pen. The story's told by your stripes. The custom made you a man, whether you like it or not. So go ahead, take a shot.
God, dog.
Listen.
Your voice feels like an instrument, bro. Has anybody ever told you your voice feels like an instrument? Because like your voice is kind of like a I wouldn't say a sax. I wouldn't say a trumpet, but it's like a, what's the name of what's like the lower tone of a sax, like a baritone sax. Your voice is like a baritone sax. It like, you don't need to scream, but your tone is just perfect enough to like cut. You know what I'm saying? I just played it in a room and like the stacks of your voice feel like a stack of like baritone sax. So man, I'm actually kind of curious because your simplicity of it works. I love the simplicity of it. But if your voice kind of resembles an instrument, specifically this, that's jazz, sir. Whether you recognize it or not, that's jazz. If you speed that up, think about it from the perspective of if a sax soloist, and I'll give you a crazy perspective. If you could give one ad lib throughout the whole thing, treat it like I need to hear a baritone sax solo from your voice on this track. If your voice was a baritone sax that as you were going, you treat it like an ad lib. Like just like I need it every 8. See, that's what I'm saying. I can hear it. That's why I said it. Sax was his first instrument. So the reason why I say this is because I would love to hear your voice become in this joint. Like, like I need to hear like a sax solo underneath. That'd be a good instrument too, as well, to use in this. I don't know. I feel like it would accompany it pretty well because it's just drums, bass, keys, and it's your voice. So like, I need to hear something that kind of like give me a little charm, you know, like some brothers, some runs. You know, I would love to hear this be in the back of the production, and it would really glue your energy together. Specifically, never really mattered would work, especially with a sax. I don't know, it works, but yeah, bro, my feedback is having one extra instrument and an ad lib on top of this to kind of create the atmosphere around your voice. And the reason why I say this is because sometimes, quite literally, people will listen to what you and I want to give you guys a crazy perspective, right? When everyday people listen to a song, like every day, when everyday people listen to a song, they don't think about it in parts. They just like this piece right here and this piece. You know what I'm saying? Like, even when I think about my music, people don't listen to things in layers unless you're a musician. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know people who will listen to a song and be like, that song is my favorite because everything about it is like perfect. But when it comes to like how we think, I can imagine when you recorded the Simplicity, but that I feel like there needs to be one little controlled chaos that runs with it. So I would recommend having an ad lib or another instrument backing you up while you're going in. Rather it be something recorded, a sample, something acoustic. I think it would do wonders for that track. But outside of that, the simplicity of where you got to it is really catchy. Like, it just works. It just works. So shout out to Ken Don for the one time. We have a few submissions tonight for the skip part. Jay Scott up next has sent a zip. Okay, let's see what's going on. He said, I got to download this mug. Yeah, let's see what's going on here. Let's see what's going on. All right. Let's go on. Let's see what's going on. Wait, hold on. I gotta do the read me first. Let me do the read me first. Yo made this. Let me know what you think. Drums. Hold up. I gotta do this. Everything must be done in decency and in order. So let's make sure I read this right. Hold on. He says here in quote, yo, just made this. Let me know what you think. Drum look from More Kismet. Shout out to More Kismet. One shots from More Kismet and J Rob. Sound design by me and Serum. Let's go. Let's see what's going on. Woo! That bass is doing the thing. First and foremost, I think you did a phenomenal job with this because Jay Scott, that was crazy. I think what I would love to hear would be a little combination of playing with the space. Cause like it sounds fire. It sounds dope. I like when the break officially hit in around like the halfway point. You know what I'm saying? Like it was very broken at first, but I was able to capture like the downbeat of when it like all came in. But I'd be curious to see what happened if you played around with that like reverb as I wouldn't say an automation, but like play around with it like you're throwing things into a cave. It feels like you threw it into a cave. You know what I'm saying? Sento says, I need more chords. Yeah, some chords would be great too. But playing around with the space, adding some chords, and just treating it like a bungee, treating it like a rubber band. Sometimes the most effective thing you can do, and it's funny because I'm thinking about this, playing with a rubber band is the equivalent of playing around with space in a song. It's like when you stretch out a rubber band, it's gonna snap back at some point when you put it back. You know what I'm saying? It's like a force that happens. I don't know. That was just a crazy correlation I just made there. But J. Scott, I hope that makes sense to you. I will play around with your reverb and your space because it just kind of sits stagnant with the reverb effect on the drums for the whole entirety of it. Now I kind of hoped that at one point that it would kind of cut off and it would just be like drums, chords, and then like bass. You know what I'm saying? But it's sustainable. You can play around with that space, man. Play around with it like a rubber band. So shout out to J. Scott. Up next, Jalen Miles. Let's go, Jalen. Let's get it. He says, yo, Kaelin, I was out shooting a music video for a freestyle song I did called High. Wait. Called High. A crazy thing happened. The soccer team came up to me and they had some awesome energy. I made this with them on the fly and the whole experience was really incredible. Let me know your thoughts on this. Also, if you could DM me if Logic ever hits you back, that would be dope, man. Peace. I'm waiting on his response right now. So I'll probably tap in with him very soon, just checking on him. Let's see what's going on. Oh, let's go. Jalen with the kids. Let's go.
Watch this. This is a Jalen Miles effect.
Yeah, I wear my inspirations on my sleeve like a map. I'm from St. Louis, Missouri, but I love Korean rap. It doesn't matter the location that I'm currently residing in. I travel through my lyrics, that's a bullet train of soul. That's a ticket to the music that's been living in my soul. I just bring it to the surface like an earthquake. And when I touch down in your city, then I know I'm making the earth shake. The only thing I'm seeing is a dream while you're sleeping. I've been working, you've been running around chasing all the bling. Tell me how you getting higher while you napping on the brother. I've been lapping on the beat, I've been rapping on the beat while I'm writing to another. And my sleep, I'm getting higher. Feels like I'm walking the wire like a tightrope. As Dan Reynolds, I imagine all the dragons I've been slaying. Once I'm on, perhaps you sing along. Seeing the past, how I'm gone. So I'm moving to a future. I've been looking to a long homebody. I've been chilling at the studio. This man handles all of his business. Put every single other rapper on my hit list. Lately, I've been dancing in my groovy room. Listening to PH1 and higher music. Yeah, that's for sure. I ain't got no diamonds on my neck. Yeah, that's for sure. But I hope she'll be coming to my show. I hope you know we're just floating on the space rock. Keep spinning, it just keeps spinning. Open up your mind like the children. Food for your thoughts, serving up like Michelin. I've been glistening, I've been beaming. They tell me I'm steaming. Maybe I'm just way too close to the sun, or maybe that's the consequence
They're
of
like,
getting
yo.
too high. Of getting too. Of getting too. Of getting too. Of getting too.
Bro, okay, so now you're starting to see, this is what I'm talking about playing with controlled chaos, sir. You really bodied that. And here's the coolest thing. This is why I love kids so much, bro. The reason why I love kids so much, bro, is the fact that when you do some music in front of kids who don't know nothing about no music, and then they see someone like that, I hope you know you're kind of like the greatest artist ever to them. Because, I don't know, it's just having an energy like that and being surrounded by it, it really, I don't know, it just made me want to smile. But this is also like the origin of music. That's kind of like the embodiment of it. Even if you turn off the music, you can see everybody's enjoying one another. They're enjoying the moment. He's just in there rapping and spitting and yo, like, bro, the energy on that is insane. And that, there's something human about having people be together and just witness what you like doing, bro. And that's it. That's it. That is it. And I will definitely let you know when Logic hits me back. Matter of fact, I'm going to hit him up right now just to make sure. Be like, I'm just checking in on you, pimp. Hope all is well. I'm just checking on him just to make sure. Let me hit him up. Let me hit up Bobby. Hope all is well. Just shot him a text. Shout out to Jalen Miles for the one time. I'll let you know if he says anything. If not, yeah. Is he in here? Yeah, Jalen's on the YouTube chat. Because we're live on two different streamings as well. We're on Twitch, YouTube, and formerly known as Twitter. So, yeah. But we got a handful of submissions left, guys. So 2 submissions remaining. Up next, we got The Only Way has submitted and says here, in quote, sorry for the length of this message in advance, Kaelin. Hope everything is going well for you and all the makers. I was digging for samples and came across this gospel song that was made in my hometown. So this flip felt special to me. I was curious if you ever purposely or on accident flip samples that have a connection to you. I have also tried something a little different from my usual approach to arranging the beat. Any feedback is appreciated as well, but any tips on how to go about making smooth transitions between A section and B section so things don't get stagnant for the listener would be perfect. Would hope that all makes sense once again. All right, let's see what's going on, man. Let's see what's popping. Let's see what's popping.
One and only Birmingham Spirituals of Birmingham, Alabama. And we're just like to say to all of those young people out there, doesn't matter how involved you might be in the world, don't worry about it. Just keep looking up and just keep in your face to the sky.
Shout out to The Only Way. I appreciate you submitting, my dude. This is actually phenomenal. I love that you flipped this sample because Kirk Franklin actually closed his album, I think on Hero, was it? With Keep Your Head to... No, maybe it was a different one. Yeah, Kirk flipped this too. That's crazy I thought about that. But he asked if I ever purposely or on accident flip samples that have a connection to you. So a sample that I flipped that turned into a chord was We Fall Down by Donnie McClurkin. Why that sample hits to me, it's a gospel song, but why it hits so closely to me is because my dad growing up used to sing that song in church all the time. He used to sing in church, and I'll never forget. My dad would sing that song. He'd play keys and he'd like do his own version of it. And he was really, really, like, my dad is really, really good at singing and songwriting. So he's just creative. And so that was the first time I remember having that kind of connection. And so that hilariously turned into be Shoes for Lupe Fiasco. I don't know if anybody's ever heard that project with Lupe. I did an EP with him back in 2020 called House, and I flipped Donnie McClurkin. So that's one part. Any feedback for this? I think I'll give you a framework, because sometimes what can get stagnant is like, what is the main core, right? Like, the main core can make things stagnant. What was the core? The core is the production of the drums and the sample, maybe just sitting for a little too long, or maybe just on loop for too long. And I want to bring up this analogy. Sometimes you got to break down a sample, like chop up a sample like a rotisserie chicken. Okay. Let's think about it from this perspective. How many parts to a chicken exists if you chopped up a rotisserie chicken? You got chicken breast, which is like the main core. You got chicken legs, you got chicken thighs, you got a chicken heart. And depending on where you're cutting at, you can have 4 totally different sections. Now, here's the cool part. Certain sections are really just snacks. You know what I'm saying? Certain sections are just snacks. Other parts are like, yo, you could actually make a meal using this one piece of the chicken. You know what I'm saying? And so when I think about chopping up samples, I think about all the different pieces I can express. Like, things that can be from like snack level, like I can chop up a micro into something a little bit like a small 8-bar loop. Sometimes the way you loop it might be another section as well. But I try to at least get like 4 good chops or 4 good elements out of a good sample. Like, a really good sample will give you, like, don't forget the fat back. That's funny. Chicken liver is underrated. It's a part of this sample that most people don't use. That's why a lot of these, I don't know if y'all noticing, but some of the biggest like hip hop, like classic hip hop records have been sampling the same samples from a totally different section. Like, how many times are you going to sample Don't Fall in Love? I didn't even know that sample was the same sample as Every Boy Has a Gun by Tyler, the Creator. I didn't know that was the same sample because I hadn't listened to the sample before. But I realized he sampled a part of the song that people did not look at. And it's just as dope as Kanye's joint. So I would implore you, every 4 to 8 bars, just tweak something. Even if you take the sample out, and like another thought I had was like the old school. Remember how old school hip hop wasn't like always the most musical, but it was just, they played around with tones. They played around with a sound, right? Like it would be a drum break, a bass, and like one signature sound. It'd be like a bass, signature sound, drums, and then maybe you have that sample chop in the middle. But they would just take that out and play with it. That's like 90s boom bap. You know what I'm saying? Like 90s boom bap would have like maybe at max 5 sounds, but they're playing with it so differently as the track goes on. You know what I'm saying? So I hope that helps you. A good rule of thumb with this is Madlib does it very well. He literally will take the most obscure part of the sample, like find a really obscure chop. Like if you played 3 seconds of it, this was really, really odd, but it works. Find the weirdest part and use the different chops in your own way. Every 8 bars, something should shift. Keep that at the forefront of your mind. Up next, Crash Fleet says here in quote, "Be Present is on Bandcamp now. Now that I got your attention, I got some throwback music to share from 2014. Whoa! Whoa! 2014. This track is off an earlier EP called Rare. The name of the track is Running Thoughts. I literally made this while recovering from a random panic attack. It's basically art that came from pain. I've obviously grown musically since. Anyways, I'm sharing feedback because most people haven't heard my music before late 2022. As well, for me, wanting to do a part 2 or possible re-release of the Rare EP, Peace Times 5. Let's go, bro. Let's go. 11 years ago.
Welcome to Subaru Lakeland Subaru
No,
South.
Subaru.
Yo, what's going on, y'all? It's your boy Nelock the Beat Ninja checking in from Atlanta, Georgia, and you are now rocking with the sounds of the One and Only Makers Club, brought to you by my homie Kaelin Ellis, right here on WMKRS FM, Makers Club Radio, live at 5. Let's get it.
You are now tuned in to Makers Radio.
Whoa! I never thought I'd hear what basses. I don't know what made me just think of stock exchange. Like, y'all know, like when the number goes up and down? I felt like I just saw like a stock exchange. Hold on. I felt like this. Hold on. I'm gonna show y'all what I felt like when I heard the bass. When the what bass came in, this is what I felt like. This is what Crash when the bass wub came in. This is what I felt like. I was like, whoa! It was cutting. Shout out to Crash, bro. This is what I felt in my spirit as soon as I just thought about stock exchange. It was just like, whoop. But it's crazy you had that 10 years ago. That is a 10-year, that's crazy. 2014, what were stocks like in 2014? My God, shout out to Crash, bro. Appreciate you submitting, man. It's actually kind of cool because it's like, it gives me some insight of what you were into. Like, were you listening to dubstep at the time? Were you listening to like bass drops back in the day? Because trap music and dubstep was huge back then. You made a good dubstep and trap record back in the day. I was like, man. I was like, wow. But yeah, I literally thought about this picture. It made me think about this. Hold on, let me. Dubstep was everywhere back then, bro. I thought about this. I really thought about this image. And that was literally the first thing I saw. I even saw this one too. It made me do this. It made me think of this. So, shout out to the one and only Crash for the submission. And we got one more remaining, guys. And this is the last one. Last submission of the night by Cinto, the chord guy. And he says here, pray all is well, brethren. Thanks again to all the makers who are tapping in on lessons with the sample pack. I've been trying to limit myself with this. Literally made it today and limited to a few vital original sounds and pre-made one-shot sounds, Logic stock synths, and some other processing. Wanted to challenge myself and built around this Jordan Ward and Junie vocal. Been trying to build better ideas around flips, and I think it has really helped centralize and cultivate inspiration rather than just waiting for it to be placed upon me. Wanted to know what else to add, mix better, or layer around it to make it full. Let me read that last part again. Been trying to build better ideas around my flips, and I think it really helps centralize and cultivate inspiration. Centralize and cultivate. Okay. I'm trying to get better at edits, stops, transitions, and cuts to make that flow while creating variety. But I'm not so sure. Appreciate it. Blessings all to all. God cover you all. Thank you. Let's go, bro. Let's see what's going on. Cinto, Jordan Ward flip. Let's get it. Let's get it. Yeah. Final flip. Final one. That was perfectly in key.
I want you all of me, but I can't give you all of me. Now you don't know my life. It's like you don't know about all the things that you forget. Like you don't know about all the things, all we did to get to this. Now we gon' go about all the things that you've been missing. I can tell you all the things I still see. It's all we're waiting for the right time. Ain't no waiting a whole lifetime. Now I know my lifeline. I wanted to be in the right mind. Yeah, my program, so you can understand it. Built this on the friendship, but not as more than minutes. So I'll keep it homie, somewhere you can vanish. Why body girl, let you get from Atlanta. You got, I got different cities, but I want you. And yeah, it's overdue, but rather say something now before you find something new. I got jealousy.
That's how we about to end this, bro. What is wrong with you, Cinto? First and foremost, I appreciate every time you submit, because Cinto, your brain is just different. And I want to encourage you with this, because I think sometimes what we don't recognize is that when a style is like someone's style, it's the reason why you do certain things, right? Like I'll give you a good thought process. Y'all notice that the music that I release is a lot more different than the beats that I make live here on the stream. Y'all ever notice that? Has anybody ever noticed that the beats that I release are very different than the ones that I make here on this stream? The reasons why is quite literally because of what you just said here. And he said, I've been trying to build better ideas around flips, and I think it has really helped centralize and cultivate inspiration rather than just waiting for it to be placed upon me. This is very pivotal, because what I'm about to tell you is a different thought process, a different framework. Your choices creatively of what you want to do can only be cultivated by your centeredness. Because you're centralizing and cultivating inspiration. So that centeredness, that center, it comes to a place of being in the center of what feels present. That presence allows you to be able to create what you just made. The chords, the ideas, the dropouts, all of that is your instinct. And I think for your instinct, it's really, really phenomenal to witness something so like crazy. Because there's individuals who don't know what that centeredness is, and the fact that you do it very effortlessly, like every single time. It's like you kind of like you scratch like an itch in a perfect time all the time, musically. So like your variety comes from like what in the center of your variety sticks out the most. That's when intuition comes in. That's why when you dropped out the joint towards the end and you just threw the reverb at the end, like, dear God, I would listen to a whole show like that. I could imagine Cento the Chord Guy playing a whole set, and that is it. Yeah, it's literally like, I understand what you're getting at, centered while maintaining the musicality. That's where all of your choices lie. That's one thing that people tend to forget. That's why music is psychological. Like as many things as you learn, as much feedback as you get, it will only be as good as your centeredness. And the more centered you are, the more your choices will be just like, I'm keeping it. Yeah. Yeah. That's just what it is. So I think what I love about that is that your choices are like from a musician's ear. And I think the beautiful thing about like, I think the one thing about like, if you play it for people and you want people to like play it back and run it back, where it changed for me is taking out not only just the butter notes, but like, y'all know those moments when I'm making a beat and it feels really, really good. Like it's just a forever loop. Forever loops don't work that well for like all the bodies. That's why you got to give people enough to chew on and take them right back. Keep that at the forefront. When I did Morning Routine on my album, I sat on those chords for maybe a week because it felt that good. But then I realized I had to go somewhere. I had to make it transition into something. I had to make sure it went from point A to point B. I had to make sure it did this and did that, and I did that. Simply because that thing that gets you locked in is probably what's going to make someone be like, oh. But your choices, always lean into your centeredness first. And then when it comes to transitions and like, we are right there. Yeah, meditate on it for a bit and process it. So I don't hear any like edits and stops. I think what you did towards the end gave it like church. That was like church. Like it's like when you tell the drummer to go like this and the drummer stops and now you can just hit in the chords like da, 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 da. You could dress it up all pretty. That quite literally just might be what your stops are. It's like playing with a drummer and you tell him like, hey. Now you're writing a movie script. So Cento, I hope that makes sense for you, my dude. Rare Species says, bonus round, check the sample library. We have a sample library. By the way, I'm going to drop this in the Discord real quick, just so we don't. Treasures come from treasures here. Rare Species said, bonus round in the sample library. By the way, I'm actually going to post this real quick in the chat so we all know that the sample flip challenge is due Monday. Everyone, how we doing with the buddy sample flips? Hashtag find a buddy. Boop. There we go. All right. So he said, in quote, sample flip challenge, sample library. Okay, I'm gonna go to sample library real quick. Let's go. Where art thou, sample? Can you tag me? Oh, there we go. Here we go. We ended on this. This is crazy. Oh my God.
Let's take this overboard now. I want you to rock the boat, rock the boat, rock the boat. Work it in the middle, work the middle, work the middle. Change positions. Now stroke it, baby. Stroke it for me, stroke it for me.
God, dog, what is wrong with you? Oh my God. If you want to download that, hop into the Discord for the one time. And actually, might I mention to everybody that submitted tonight, if you cop the Q slot for the first time, you just joined the one and only Makers Club. So it's in the Discord, it's in your email. And with that being said, I think that concludes a great night of listening to submissions. I'm not gonna front, tonight was insane. I love listening to what y'all do, and so I'll be live again next week on Monday. We're gonna be tapping in one by one. Let me actually look at this real quick, just to make sure I ain't miss nobody. Yeah. Turn me on regular. But yes, I love y'all so much. Hope you guys have a wonderful night. I'll be live again Monday. We're gonna be listening to sample flips from the Discord, the Makers Club. If you haven't tapped in before for the first time, this is your time. This is your chance. This is your time to do it. Please don't. Please don't. Don't miss out. I love y'all so much. Have a wonderful weekend. I'll see you Monday. Makers. F.
You are now tuned in to Makers Radio, the best in the world. If you don't know, now you know. No.
Good night, everybody.
Give me high. Ooh, I feel like I'm on dope. 'Cause you serve me on a regular. Oh, I need to tie this rope. Before we drift in it deep.
Yo, what's going on, y'all? It's your boy D-Lock the Beat Ninja, checking in from Atlanta, Georgia. And you are now rocking with the sounds of the one and only Makers Club, brought to you by my homie Kaelin Ellis, right here on WMKRS FM. Makers Club Radio, live for 5. Let's get it.